All right, let's take a look at your practice worksheet for today. So this topographic maps that you get on test sometimes are very ugly. Like this first map is ugly and not fun to look at, but it's okay. So that's what we got. So I'm gonna zoom in a little. I'm gonna make this map bigger. Don't be afraid to do that. And notice that it says our contour interval is 100 feet. The contour interval tells us that every time we move up a line, we are increasing 100 feet. I know that these small circles are the highest points because they are circles, they're enclosed. So that means down here is the bottom. And as I move north, I'm moving up the hill or mountain. So the first question says, what is the elevation at point A? Well, I would find that out by finding a dark labeled line. There's two ways. I'm going to do it both ways because it depends on how your brain works, which way makes sense. So if one of them confuses you, then ignore it. Only listen to the other one. So this line right here is 3,000. So if I start down here where it says 3,000 and I count up 1, 2, 3, 4 lines, that means I have to add 400 feet because the contour interval is 100 feet. So if I counted it out, I would say 3,000, 3,100, 3,200, 3,300, 3,400. So point A is at 3,400. I don't want it to underline. I don't want you to underline. 3,400 feet. Another way to do that is start here where it says 3,500 and you notice that A is just one line down. So 3,500 minus 100 would be 3,400. All right, let's do one more. Let's do two more. I'll be nice to you. All right, this one says, what is the elevation at point B? Okay, so we're gonna work our way down for this one. We see this dark labeled line is 3,000. If I want to go down one line, that means I need to subtract 100 feet because I'm moving down the mountain. So I'm not increasing elevation, I'm decreasing. Our interval is 100, so I'm decreasing by 100 feet. So this would be 2,900 feet. And I don't want it to be underlined. All right, number 3 says, what is the elevation at the point on the line where A to B crosses Snapper Creek? So this is Snapper Creek. You can tell because it's labeled. That's the only way I knew. So A to B, that path crosses Snapper Creek right here. So let's look carefully. Let me zoom in a little more so I can make sure I'm talking about this the way I want to. All right, so right where it crosses, we have not yet made it past the line that B is on. Remember, we said B is on 2,900 feet. So you can't say it crosses at 2,900 feet because it's not at that line. So you have to go with the line before it. If there's a point in between two lines, you have to go with the line before it. You cannot increase to the next elevation until you cross that line. So that's too much work. All right, so this line is 2,900, 2,800. So even though the dotted line is way above this line that's 2,800, we are still going to say 2,800 for our answer because it did not cross to 2,900. And we don't try to estimate. We don't try to say 2,880. No, you don't estimate because you don't know how steep it is. You just say 2,800. All right, let's look at the second page, this map. So this map has a lot going on, but that's okay. You can do it. Notice that you have several areas where you have stars, meaning that you have peaks, you have high points. And I like to kind of get myself situated and know what I'm looking at before I answer the questions. So, for example, I see the label 1,000 right here. And then if I look down here, I see 900. So I know that this is the bottom and I would be moving my way up here. I see that this has to be the lowest point because this is a river. A river can't sit at a high point, it has to sit at a low point. Water runs down, so that's just logic. So then over here, this must be going back up because we're going from 900 to 950. So now I know in my mind, this is the low part of the map. And if I go this way, I go up in elevation. Or if I go this way, I go up in elevation. It gives us a contour interval. It says the contour interval is 10 meters. So every line is increasing by 10. So if I was to start at the line that says 900, I could count up 910, 920, 930, 940, and the next dark line would be 950. And the dark lines are always going to be labeled somewhere. You just might have to follow it all the way over here to see the label. They're going to be labeled. The label just might be far away. That's okay. Because remember when you did Knuckle Mountain, the lines all the way around connect points of equal elevation. So the first one says, what is the elevation of Goodnight Peak? Here is Goodnight Peak over here. Let's zoom way in on it. Whew, we zoomed in. All right, so this dark line is 950. You know that the dark line's 950 because the dark lines are the ones that are labeled. So dark line's 950. I need to count up by 10. So 910, 920, 930, 940. I'm going to stop at this last circle because there's no more circles. That's where the star is. So let me start over. Let me start from down here. 950, 960, 970, 980, 990. Is that what I said the first time? I hope that's what I said the first time. So I started at 950 and I counted by tens. 950, 960, 970, 980, 990. So Goodnight Peak would be at 990. And it's in meters this time. Number 9, what is the elevation of Brushy Bush? All right, Brushy Bush. We are going to zoom in. Zoom in a little more. All right, so Brushy Bush down here, it says 1,000. So 1,010, 1,020. That's the last circle I see. So I'm going to stop counting there. Remember, we're counting by tens from the dark circle. So 1,000, 1,010, 1,020. That takes me to Brushy Boot, not Brushy Bush. Brushy Butt, Brushy Boot. I don't know. Funny name. 9. What did I say? I said 920, right? Yes. 9. Oh, no, I didn't. I said 1,020 meters. All right, so most of them are labeling the elevation at a point. This one wants the change in elevation. That cannot be negative. Change is the difference in elevation. So you will find point A, find point B, and you will subtract to find the difference. You don't want a negative number. It's not possible. You can't go in negative elevation. So subtract A and B, and you will get the change in elevation. If you have questions on any more of these, you need to join Zoom, and I will gladly work them with you.